Hello everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the previous sessions and welcome to the second session of the mind mapping tutorials. To my fellow teachers, I would like to say that you are familiar with PowerPoint presentations and other tools to explain an idea. All these tools must be effectively used unless there is no point in preparing slides and presentations. A mind mapping is one of the effective tools which helps you to present an idea in the form of graphical representation. Let's have a recap of what we discussed in the previous session about mind map. Mind map is a simple and graphical diagram used to visually represent or outline an information. It is a powerful graphic technique we can use to translate or represent what is in our mind through a visual picture. As the mind mapping works like a brain, it allows us to organize our thoughts, and it may be helpful for the students to understand the information in a faster and better way. There are some free and open source software available for mind mapping, such as MindMaster, FreePlane, Xmind, Compendium, Coggle, etc. The software we are going to discuss is eDraw's MindMaster, which is a widely recognized software. So now we are going to discuss how to download the software from Google. Go to Google or any browser, just type MindMaster and search for the options available. So when you search, you will get many links and you can click on the appropriate link and it will lead you to the main page or home page of the eDraw MindMaster software. There you can have the free download option, and when you click on the free download option, it will be downloaded in your system, and that exe extension file will be saved in the designated folder. So once you install the software, you will have a shortcut on the desktop. In the desktop you will have a shortcut. So this is the shortcut we have, and I am opening that. So this is the main interface of the MindMaster app or software. So here we have several options, like in the left, open, new and cloud document, save as print and import, export, close options, etc. And in the main area you have several templates, and among those templates only the first 4 templates are open source and free. Rest of the templates are premium versions, pro versions, so for that you have to pay. So first 4 options are free. They are the radial map option, the right map option, the tree map option, and the organizational chart map option. Now I am going to open the organization chart map option template. So if you open that, so this will be the interface you will be reaching at, and there in the center of the page you have the main idea box, and in this main idea box I am going to type a title. For example, I am typing the title NAC metrics. So NAC metrics I have typed, and this is the main box, main idea box, and here you can change the color of the theme. The color of the theme you can change here by using this theme color option, which is available in the page style menu. So here I am selecting a color for the main box, so I am selecting this color, and then I can change the line color also using this topic format option. Here you can change the line color. So here is the option, line colors. You can change the colors of the line. You could see the colors of the line or changing, and you can also change the corners using the options available here. So here I am selecting the rounded corner option, so here it is applied. Meantime, you can include marks such as these digits, and then the smileys you can insert, the arrow marks you can insert, and then symbols you can insert. And you can also insert clip arts here, which is available as templates. For example, in education we have these many templates, and we can insert these templates also. So by inserting all these things, you can make the MindMaster map very effective. So this is the way I have typed in the main idea box, and now I am going to add several other main topics. For example, in NAAC metrics we have 7 criteria. So if you want to add 7 main topics, you have to click on the plus button which is available at the bottom of the main idea box. So if you want 7 main topics, you can click for 7 times like this. Six plus 1, 7. So there are 7 main topics here. So 7 main topics are here, and in the first main topic I am going to type criterion 1. I am typing criterion 1, and below that criterion 1 you can add subtopics. Like in criterion 1 we have subtopics such as curriculum design and development. I am typing curriculum design and development here. Curriculum design and development, and then you can add more subtopics such as the other subtopics by clicking on the plus button here, and you can add the next subtopic such as academic flexibility, so I am typing academic flexibility here, and then you can add the next subtopic by clicking on the plus button. The next subtopic is curriculum enrichment. I am typing that. Curriculum enrichment. So like that you can keep on adding subtopics. If you want to remove any subtopics, you can do it by clicking on this minus button. If you click the minus button, that subtopic will be removed, and that is applied to all the minus symbols here. If you don't want that subtopic or any topic, you can click the minus button, the entire thing will be gone, and you can keep on adding subtopics or topics by clicking on the plus button. There are other useful options also we can use in our MindMaster mind map, such as background color, background image, remove background, and watermark. These are all available in the page style option. If you want to change the background color of the map, you can change it using this color palette. If you want to select any bright color, you can select. You can select fluorescent colors. So if I want to select this color, I click on this particular color on the palette and the background color is changed. You can also insert background image using the templates available in the background image option. So now I am selecting this background image and I am clicking on that. It is now applied as a background image. If you don't want any color or if you don't want any background image, you can remove the background by selecting or clicking on the remove background option. Now it is very plain. And you can also insert watermarks for your mind maps by selecting the watermark option. In the watermark option, you have the customize watermark button at the bottom of the option, and you can click the customize watermark. Now you have three menus in the watermark customize watermark option. They are no watermark, picture watermark, and text watermark. Now I am going to select the text watermark button and I am changing the text and I am now typing SAC. Now I am going to apply it by clicking on the OK button. Now the watermark is applied, you can see. So this is one example mind map I have created, and for this mind map you can change the theme also by selecting the theme templates here. For example, I am selecting this theme. It is available only in the premium or paid version, so I am selecting other themes like this. A pop-up menu or a window appears and asking a question. I am giving keep option, so the theme is applied here. You could see the theme is applied here. So if I keep on typing and I could reach at this conclusion, so this way I can create a mind map using the NAC matrix, which has the 7 criteria. So here I have created a mind map. Now we are going to discuss other options of the home button, such as topic, subtopic, floating topic, and multiple topics. So if you want to add one more main topic, you can use this option. If you want to add one more subtopic, you can use this subtopic option. And if you want to use a floating topic, like if you want to insert a topic between two main topics, you can use this button. So here you can insert one more main topic between two main topics using the floating topic button, and then you can go with multiple topics option. If you want to add more topics, multiple topics in a single click of a button, you can use this multiple topics option, or you can use the Control M shortcut key. Now let us discuss the next panel of options. They are called the relationship option, callout option, boundary option, and summary option. This relationship option helps us to draw a relationship line between two topics. Like this, we can add a relationship line, draw a relationship line between the two topics. For example, I am going to draw a relationship line between the last topic and the first topic. So I am reframing the arc, the line, by doing this. So it's very delicate, you can see here. You can use these two sticks to redesign the relationship line. These two sticks, stick number 1 and stick number 2. And now I'm going to link the first topic and the last topic. So I'm selecting this button and I'm dragging this arrow here to the first topic. And now these two topics are linked with the help of a relationship line. And if you want to mention the relationship between these two topics, you can do it by naming the relationship here in the label button. For example, I am typing the word relationship here. So in this way you can add a relationship line between two topics. So that is the use of the relationship button. And now I am going to use the call out option. First of all, let us understand what is a call out option. Call out option helps us to indicate a particular topic as a critical topic or an important topic which can lead to discussion. So if you want to get any critical comments from the recipients of your topic, from the listeners of your topic, you can use this call out button. So I am selecting the topic now and then using the call out button. So here it comes call out. So in this way you can use the call out button, and you can rename the call out button also by selecting, by typing critical views or anything else like that you can type. So this way we can use the call out option. And now let us discuss the boundary option. Boundary option helps us to combine three topics or include the three topics inside one single box. Like I am selecting three topics using the control button, and I am clicking on the boundary option. Now the boundary is marked. So these three topics come under this boundary button. So in this way you can use the boundary option. So if you want to do a summary of a particular topic, there are many points in a particular topic, and you want to do the summary of the topic, means you can do it using the summary option. First select the topic and click on the summary, and here you can summarize about the first main topic. There are several other options also. You can add a note here. For example, if you want to say something about the title NAAC metrics, if I'm saying 7 criteria, you can add the notes here, and the note symbol will appear in the title box. And if you want to add a comment here, you can click on the comment option, and you can make a comment like NAAC strategies, and the comments symbol will appear here like this. The comment symbol will also appear here like that. You can add a tag also. You can add attachments such as image files and other things. You can browse from your computer and you can add to the title box or any box. And you can also insert hyperlinks to the title box. The hyperlinks will appear. When you click on the hyperlink, it will take you to the browser or search engine. So in such a way I have created a mind map here. So this mind map is used to explain our ideas, as it works like a brain, explain the main topics in a clear and effective way, and it will be very useful for the teaching fraternity to explain their ideas to the student community. Now I am going to tell you how to save this mind map. And when you click on the save button, here is the save button, or you can use the Control S option. When you click on the save button, it will appear like this. It will ask where you want to save the file, and you click on the computer, and there you can select the destination. Remember that you have to, for example, I am going to save this file on my desktop. So I select the location and designation where my file needs to be saved, and I am ensuring that the file is saved in the EMMX format. So EMMX is the primary format of which we can make use of and save the file. There are other options also. We can change the format, such as the image can be saved as a PDF file or JPEG file or PNG file. The other file formats are also, we can also save that as a docx format, and the PowerPoint presentation format also is there, and we can select the option, but I am going to select only the .emmx option, which is preferable, and I click on the save button. Now the topic, the map I created, is saved. So this is the method how we can use the MindMaster app, and we can express our ideas and explain our ideas in a clear and effective way using the software called MindMaster. Thank you.